This is everything you need to know in order to maximize muscle growth and minimize fat gain this bulking season. Last year, I went from 162 pounds at 7% body fat to 190 pounds at 20% body fat over the course of 10 months in what I would call the perfect lean bulk.
Then earlier this year, I cut down for 18 weeks, got even more shredded for a few bodybuilding shows, and now it's time to get even bigger.
So here's how I did it and how I'll be improving on last year's bulk to get as big as possible. In this video, I'll be giving you all the information you need on diet, training, cardio, recovery, and mentality to help you bulk properly and stick to the plan. This is also officially bulk day number 1 for me, so rather than just telling you, I'm gonna show you how I do everything throughout my entire day. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, we have to set some ground rules for the entire bulk so that we have clear and concise goals to work towards. Let's just say, without goals, your bulk can go off the rails super quickly, and we probably all know a friend who's taken that bulk just a little bit too far, and I might be talking to you right now. Anyway, the 5 main goals to the bulk are super simple. 1, gain as much muscle as possible with minimal fat, aiming for 2 to 4 pounds of weight gain per month. Any more than that, you're probably getting more chunky than you need, and any less than that, you're probably not putting on as much muscle as you could be. Goal number 2, stay consistent in a disciplined routine for the entirety of the bulk to maximize muscle growth, because the bulk is not a time to slack off like a lot of people like doing. Number 3, eat a mostly whole foods, clean diet that will actually fuel your training rather than hinder it. Number 4 is pretty simple, get strong as fuck. And goal number 5, stay confident and trust the bulk. I don't wanna see you giving up on the bulk early just cause you gained a little bit of fat. Now that that's out of the way, here's how you actually achieve your goals in the most effective way possible, and what better way to start talking about bulking than starting with nutrition, arguably the most important part of the entire bulk. Before I can tell you all about nutrition, I gotta get my own nutrition in. Pre-workout meal is now in front of me, and if you have been around the channel for any amount of time, you know exactly what this is. This is the Preington, AKA my pre-workout meal. We're keeping it super simple. We got white jasmine rice, 90-7, grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef, some romaine lettuce, some G. Hughes sugar-free Polynesian sauce, and some Texas Speed hot sauce all over the top. Super clean, super good, but I am going to thoroughly enjoy this and absolutely crush it, and then I will catch up with you all so that I can tell you all about your nutrition, your calories, your macros, your cheat meals, and everything like that. I'm gonna eat this, and then I'll catch up with you all for the nutrition portion. Let's get one thing straight this video. Dirty bulking is BS and is just an excuse to be lazy and not be healthy and not care about your diet and just eat as much as you want. And we are not gonna do that. We're talking about a lean bulk this entire video. So what that means is a 200 to 400 calorie surplus. So 200 to 400 calories over your maintenance calories so that you're gaining weight consistently and that you're being healthy and fueling your workouts and not feeling super lethargic and everything like that. You might be asking, how do you find 200 to 400 calories over your maintenance? That's super simple. There's online calorie calculators. You punch all your information in there and it easily tells you what your maintenance calories is, and all you do from there is add 200 to 400 and you're good to go, and that's the calories that you should start at.
Pause for just 1 second. This implies that you're tracking your calories every single day. If you want to make the best progress possible, you need to track your calories daily to ensure you're actually hitting your calorie and macro goal. Too many people say they're eating so much and just can't gain weight, but start tracking their calories and macros and realize they're not. Or they say that they're hitting their calorie goal every day but aren't tracking to be sure of it, and that's why they're not making real progress. Remember, what is measured can be improved.
And now for macros, it's super simple. At least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And then you can kind of split the carbs and fats to whatever you want. I would say about 20 to 30% of your calories coming from fat, and then about 40-ish% of your calories coming from carbs, but you can play around with that and see what works best for you. So what food should you actually be eating to fill those calories and macros? Because I get asked this all the time, Casey, what's the best food for bulking? What's the best food for cutting? And the simple answer is that there is no one best food. It's whatever works for you. Find the diet that works for you and the foods that work for you. But I will tell you, make sure they're whole foods. So if you're cutting, maybe you're gonna wanna do potatoes. And if you're bulking, maybe you're gonna wanna do rice. You have to find what works best for you and digests best for you that you can eat a lot of. So maybe instead of doing chicken like you are on a cut, you're you're gonna do a little bit higher fat beef. Things like that, adding avocado oil or olive oil to your meals to get those calories up, peanut butter or almond butter to other meals so that you can get the calories up in that way as well. But just find what works best for you. Make sure it is a mostly whole foods diet though. Single ingredient foods like rice, like chicken, like beef, avocado, things like that. I'll post a grocery haul probably next week, and I can also do a full day of eating, so let me know if you guys want those 2 videos down below. And everyone's favorite topic, as for cheat meals on the bulk, I absolutely do think you should take a few cheat meals on the bulk. My whole thing is I think you should go out and enjoy yourself about once a week. I go out with my girlfriend about once a week on the bulk and enjoy the foods that I want, but I'm not an asshole. I eat my cheat meal. As you guys know, I absolutely love all you can eat sushi and I can crush a bunch of it, but I eat it and then I get right back on plan. I say about 1 a week is the perfect amount for me, just to get those calories up a little bit more and to enjoy life, because of course bulking is definitely a time where you should enjoy life, but it is also a time where you should be on plan and you should be making the best progress of your life. And going off of that, digestion is one of the biggest parts about getting your nutrition in when you're bulking. So get on a solid eating schedule the entirety of your bulk that you can follow every single day so that you're never missing your calories, because a lot of people have a super hard time getting all the calories in. So what I'd say is try to eat as soon as you get up, or as soon as you can when you get up, because a lot of people's appetite isn't great. And right before you go to sleep, this is gonna give you the biggest eating window throughout your bulk. And make sure you spread your meals out the same time every day, because you're probably doing similar things every day. So make sure you get on an eating schedule so that it's almost mindless. You know when you're gonna eat, you know what calories you're gonna get in, and you're gonna be able to get all your calories in absolutely no problem. And so let's say you are eating all these calories and you're getting all your meals in, your digestion is good and everything's running through you, but you're not gaining weight. The simple answer to that is just increase food about 200 to 300 more calories so that you start gaining weight. That's the only time that you're gonna wanna increase your calories.
Pause one more time. Make sure to weigh yourself daily and take weekly and monthly averages to make sure your weight is consistently increasing. Day-to-day fluctuations up or down a few pounds are normal, so this is the only way to ensure you're making consistent progress.
And I would say do that after about 2 weeks of not gaining weight. It's a super simple fix that you can do to make sure that your nutrition is on point and that you're still achieving that goal of about 2 to 4 pounds per month on the bulk. And as for supplements, take everything you were taking on your cut. I take protein powder and creatine. Those are both from Rise Supplements. Of course, you can use code Casey if you want to save on them. Also, little plug right here, code Casey on Young LA as well if you want to save some money. Helps directly support the channel. For supplements, again, multivitamin, fish oil, creatine, magnesium, all the basic things that you should be taking anyway. Just take on your bulk. There's nothing special that you need to be taking on your bulk. So lastly, for nutrition, everyone wants to know when they should end the bulk and actually start cutting. And I would say around 20 to 22% body fat for men. Add about 8 to 10% body fat on top of that for women, because that's when you're getting out of the ideal range of actually building muscle. Your insulin sensitivity probably isn't good. You're probably getting too full every day, not being able to actually get the calories in and all stuff like that. So that's around when you should start cutting, that 20% body fat range, so that you can slim down, maybe do a mini cut for 4 to 6 weeks, maybe do a real cut for 8 to 10 weeks, and just shed that body fat off so then you can start bulking again and repotentiate more growth in that phase. Because once you get past about 22% body fat, first off, mentally, you don't want to continue bulking. Second off, your body is probably feeling a little bit lethargic and just not optimal. That's when I would start pulling the calories back when you're on the bulk. But that's about it for bulking nutrition. I try to keep it as simple and bare bones as possible so that it was super easy to understand and digest. But if you guys have any other questions, please let me know down in the comments. I am about to go hit an absolutely dirty push workout. We're going to meet up with Mr. Ben Saglimbeni, aka Chicken and Rice Guy, one of my best friends. We're going to hit a super good push workout. Make sure you're sticking around for the whole video. We still got training to talk about, cardio, mentality, everything like that. We are learning how to bulk and how to bulk properly today. So let's go hit the gym and get an absolutely insane chest pump.
We at the gym, we about to hit a workout, baby. I don't know if you guys can tell,
but I have not drank caffeine in over a week, and I actually took a deload week all of last week because it was the end of my reverse diet. I needed to recover. I knew the bulk was starting and I wanted it to be as effective as possible. So I took an entire week off from the gym. I took an entire week off from caffeine, and now I have only drinking, that's probably only about 50 milligrams of caffeine in, and I am absolutely buzzing right now. But we're here with Ben. We about to hit a chest workout, right? Ben was in the area. I said, Ben, let's hit a chest workout. We gonna hit it. Ben's been bulking for the past how long? Year and a half?
No, 2+ years.
Dude, this dude has been on the bulk and he's made some serious progress. So he's gonna have some tips for you later on in the video, I believe. We're gonna hit this push workout, baby. Check this out. Killer Mix, Coke Casey, Rise Up, Coke Casey, Young and Leg, Coke Casey.
Rise Hydration Stick, Coke Casey.
Thank you, sir. Don't have much more to say. I'll talk to you about exactly how you should be training on the bulk when we're inside training. But the only thing left to do it is to do it.
Ronnie Coleman.
That ain't a saying, but
That is Ronnie Coleman.
no, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's go, baby. As we talked about, nutrition is essential and it's how you actually fuel your body to grow, but you actually have to stimulate your muscles to grow, and you do that in the gym. So these are my best tips for training during a bulk and pretty much training all the time, so that you're ensuring that you're actually growing, so that you're actually making substantial progress and maximizing your muscle gains rather than just eating a calorie surplus and getting a little fat with just a little bit of muscle. The first and the most important tip that I can give you is make sure you are progressively overloading and doing the same exercises over and over and getting better at them. Whether you're increasing the weight slightly from week to week, getting an extra rep, or improving your form, make sure you're actually progressing on the movements and getting better at them, because that will actually tell you that you're building muscle and you're making progress. That brings me to point number 2. Make sure you are trying to get strong as fuck during your bulk. Bulking is the time where you should really be banging and clanging in the gym and pushing up as much weight as you possibly can, because if you're pushing up a lot of weight for the right amount of reps, you're gonna be building muscle. And that brings me to point number 3, your rep ranges and your split. They honestly don't really matter as long as you're training close to failure. You don't have to go balls to the wall to failure every single set, but you wanna at least be 1 or 2 reps shy of failure, so that you're training super hard and that you're telling your body that, hey, look, I really wanna grow. I need to stimulate this growth. So next time when we do this exercise, it makes it easier. That's exactly what you're doing. You're telling your body, hey, look, when you train close to failure, I wanna make this easier for myself next time, so that your body adapts and that you're able to actually put that muscle on. So reps and split don't really matter. Right now I'm running a push-pull legs, upper lower split. So push, pull, legs, rest, upper, lower, rest. So I'll rest on Thursday and Sunday. And for my rep range, I typically like to be anywhere from 6 to 12, more like 6 to 10 for most movements. Just as long as I'm close to failure, I'm really cool with that, and it doesn't really matter. You can make gains in whatever rep range you want. Just make sure you're getting into the gym and you're getting quality work while you're there.
Although the exact split doesn't matter too much, you do need a split that is intelligently programmed with correct weekly volumes and exercise selection. If you want to take all the thinking out of programming and ensure that you're on a good training split, head over to CaseyKellyFit.com and check out one of the many training splits on the website. I even have the ultimate bulking guide if you want an even more in-depth guide to bulking. Now, back to the training.
One thing that I forgot to mention, but is super, super important in actually programming your training split. Again, I said training split doesn't matter as much, but there are a few things that you want to do to make sure that you're getting the most gains. It's starting your workouts with your lagging body parts. So my upper chest and my chest in general is one of my lagging body parts. So I'm gonna want to make sure that I'm hitting it first in the workout, so that I'm fresh and so that I can actually put the most effort towards it. Because as you go through your workout, you get more tired. You're not able to press as much weight and things like that. So you're gonna want to make sure any lagging body part, let's say your lats on your back are lagging. On your back days, you're gonna wanna start with lats first, or let's say you're doing shoulders and arms, and your rear delts are weaker than your side delts, make sure you do your rear delts first. It's a simple thing, but it will make so much more progress in the long term and allow you to balance out your physique. Start with those lagging body parts. We're gonna do another incline press over here. We're doing incline Smith this time. We're gonna hit it hard, and keep getting into this workout, baby. Also, one more thing, make sure you're training full range of motion every single set. I want a super deep stretch, milk that stretch, and a big squeeze at the top. There's no reason on any exercise you shouldn't. Squats, your ass should be hitting your calves the entire time. That's just another tip. I'm giving you all little tidbits of information on how to be the best on your bulk. Full range of motion. Don't be a bitch. The only reason you're not doing full range of motion is because you're being a bitch, right? Don't be a bitch. And lastly, when you're bulking, you should be enjoying your training as much as possible. You got all the carbs in you, you got all the calories in you, you should be getting insane pumps, you should be putting up a bunch of weight, which is fun. All of us are meatheads at our core, so putting up a bunch of weight and training super hard should be fun, and you're able to do that during your bulk because you have the excess calories. As I was saying on bodybuilding prep, I had no fun during training. I wasn't getting pumps, I was getting weaker, and it just wasn't fun. So bulking is the time where you should really be enjoying your training. That's where we calling it, baby. Now time for a little physique update. Little first day of the bulk physique update is about to go down. We had 6 weeks of reverse dieting or recovery after my show. I went from about 158 pounds to 167. The first day of the bulk, I am 167 pounds. That's where we're starting at. The body dysmorphia is hitting really hard right now, but I'm gonna get into that a little bit later on the mentality on how to stick to your bulk and how to get over that body dysmorphia, all that good stuff, because I know that is one of the hardest parts about bulking in general. It's not actually getting food down, it's sticking to it. But anyway, bulking physique update. We don't care about the body dysmorphia. I'm gonna rip this tank off and show you guys what we're looking like. All right, so obviously I'm not as shredded as I was when I was on bodybuilding prep. We are about 9 pounds heavier, and our body is in that weird limbo state. The hormones are still trying to recover, so we don't look our best. Also, my upper body is disproportionately fat to my lower body. My legs stay lean literally year round, and they're super shredded still. Upper body, not so much, but I wanted to be super honest with you guys. I gave you guys physique updates all the way through prep, and I'm not gonna be a typical influencer and just hide my body completely when I start bulking. That's BS. I wanna be open and honest with you guys and show you guys the the actual process, because I too have to trust the bulk. It is hard on me mentally, just like it is for everyone else. I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit more about that later, but for right now, we gotta talk about a little bit of cardio and what you should be doing with your cardio during your bulk. All right, we're in the cardio room right now, and I'm gonna keep this super short and concise because cardio on a bulk isn't super complicated. I think you should be getting about 8 to 10,000 steps a day, and cardio is not actually gonna burn any extra fat. It's just gonna increase your caloric expenditure, so you're just gonna have to eat more if you do a lot of cardio. So let's say you're doing an hour of cardio every single day on a bulk, which I don't recommend. That's just gonna mean you're gonna have to eat more calories, and as long as you're in that 200 to 400 calorie surplus, you're still gonna be gaining the exact same amount of weight. It's not gonna burn this magical fat and make you be leaner and gain more muscle and less fat. But I will say you can do fun activities. I walk my dog further on a bulk to get those 8 to 10,000 steps a day. You can play pickleball, you can play basketball, do whatever you enjoy, but stay active because that's gonna keep your heart healthy and that's gonna just make you a healthier individual. You don't wanna be super lazy and not do any cardio on your bulk because then it's gonna impact your health in negative ways. And we don't wanna do that. We wanna stay healthy while we're bulking. But now on to probably the most important part of the video on how you can actually trust the bulk and stick with it, because that is the most important part of the entire thing. Bulking is simple, but it's not easy, specifically mentally, because seeing yourself put on a little bit of fat is hard, especially after you've been shredded. If you did a super intense cut, if you were on bodybuilding prep, it's super hard mentally, but there are a bunch of things that you can do to overcome that and actually stick to the bulk, because you have to stick to the bulk long enough to actually reap the benefits. That's why the entirety of my bulk last year, I was saying, trust the bulk, trust the bulk, trust the bulk. Because if you bulk for 6 or 8 weeks at a time, 1 or 2 months, you're not actually gonna reap the benefits. You're gonna get a little watery and you're not gonna put on any real muscle, and then you're gonna try to cut again and you're gonna be in a vicious cycle. You have to trust the bulk long enough to actually reap the benefits, and Ben is an absolutely perfect example of it. That's why I have him here with me. You've been bulking for how long?
Since May 2022, so that's
2.5 years almost, and his body composition is phenomenal right now. He did what, 8 or 10 months of bulking, and then he did 2 months of cutting. 8 or 10 months of bulking, 2 months of cutting, and his body composition, as you guys saw or is seeing right now, absolutely phenomenal. You went from what, 150 to 175, and it looks really clean. He doesn't look fat at all, and he actually looks really good and muscular, and you've probably put on almost 10 pounds of muscle
100%
in that amount of time, which is phenomenal. I tell him all the time, you're looking great, no glaze.
No diddy.
But you have to trust the bulk long enough to actually reap the benefits, and bulking should be fun. Like, you're able to eat more food, you're able to enjoy the food that you like, you can have a cheat meal a week and things like that, and you should be getting stronger in the gym. It should be exciting, and it shouldn't be something that you're dreading. So you kind of need to shift your mindset from the cutting mindset to the bulking mindset, as in, I'm not gonna look better necessarily every single day or every single week, but I'm gonna be getting stronger, I'm gonna feel more muscular, I'm gonna feel more confident in myself because I am getting stronger. And as long as you're following the plan as you should, and you're not getting super dirty with it, you're not gonna get super fat. And the only reason you're scared to gain a little bit of fat on the bulk is because you don't trust yourself to cut. Because I know right now, right, you're 8 or 10 weeks away from being absolutely shredded. I could be shredded in another 6 or 8 weeks. The one thing that I always think to myself is that I trust myself enough during my cut to stick to the plan that I can be shredded in 10 weeks. No problem at all. So gaining a little bit of fat on the bulk is not a problem, because I know whenever I want, 10 weeks from that moment, I can be shredded.
Because when you walk around and you're like obese, like me right now.
Definitely not obese.
I look decent right now, but yeah. I've been fatter before. I've been like 10 pounds heavier. Yeah, it's like, it's not fun when you look in the mirror and you're like, yo, I'm like a whale, bro.
The bloat face, the bulking face gets you.
One of the biggest struggles of the bulk is your mental. Your mental is kind of chalked because you look in the mirror, you're not confident. You don't really have like that, yo, I look sick today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes you do.
In the gym sometimes when you get 100%. A pump and like you're like feel really big, sometimes it feels really good, but a lot of the time you don't.
100%.
You feel, for the most part, you feel good though throughout the day. Yeah. You feel good, and that's something that you should value so much.
Me and Casey do social media. There's like a whole nother factor for us, because when we are fat,
imagine having a million eyes on you, having people comment, oh, you look a little fatter than you used to.
Yeah.
It's tough, but you got to push through. We want to make progress. We're bodybuilders first, and then we do social media second. Trust the bulk, people. It's super hard mentally, and I wanted to make that an entire segment in this video because it is so important. That's one of the reasons why most people don't trust the bulk. Take it slow, take it steady, enjoy what you're doing. There's a time for everything. There's a time to be shredded, but there's also a time to get big and strong. That's what we're doing on the bulk. I'm gonna head home, get my post-workout meal, and give you guys a few final thoughts on exactly what you should be doing so that you know everything you need about bulking. Post-workout meal is now in front of me. It's looking great. It's pretty pretty much the same thing that we ate for pre-workout. We got white jasmine rice. We got some flank steak this time from Hummus Fit. Hummus Fit code Casey. Another shameless plug. Hummus Fit, Young LA, Rise Subs, Helix, all code Casey if you want to support me and directly support the channel. On this bulk, we got some romaine lettuce, sugar-free G. Hughes barbecue sauce, and some Texas Pete hot sauce all over the top. But a few closing statements and thoughts for you guys. None of the tips that I gave you matter in the slightest if you are not consistent. As I say with anything, I'm not special, I'm just consistent. You have to consistently track your calories, consistently train hard, consistently eat your clean meals and recover. One thing I didn't mention is make sure you're recovering, at least sleep 7 hours a night, ideally 8 to 9, but make sure you're staying consistent on everything because that is the biggest thing. You can't be in a surplus some days and a deficit the other days because then you're not gonna make real progress. Make sure you guys are staying consistent on your bulk and don't let it get to your head. Keep pushing forward, trust the bulk. Let me know what bulking content you guys wanna see down below and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of it. I love you guys, I appreciate you guys. I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Code Casey on everything, peace.